And we all have this linear idea of our career. And so if we draw a graph and it goes up and down like a career, right? Even though it's still up and to the right, most of the people leave that career at the bottom of that graph. That's what really shows you what it takes to be successful in our industry. And again, some people choose to fight through that, and some say, hey, there's another path I'd like to go, but I chose to keep moving. Yeah, so as a kid, I grew up from a very young age. I came from a sports family, so kind of was a natural transition for me as a young kid. At the age of 9 and 10, I was blessed with the ability to play some sports at a pretty good level. I ended up playing basketball, football, baseball, and track all the way growing up. I was always staying busy. To me, doing nothing was not an option. I was outside or playing a sport or something all the time. My father was really, really tough on me athletically. So he definitely expected perfection. So I think I learned a high level of responsibility and working to be the best at a very young age because of him. And my mom was the other side where, she just was lively personality. So I kind of pulled a little bit from both. Really, this industry, for me, fortunately, it was a really good fit. And because I had that experience in sports, and I had been taught that independence from my parents, I always knew that I didn't want to go the traditional route of, working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I really wanted something that I could really give my full effort and maximize a career. When I came into this business and I had heard and I started hearing the stories of individuals that started like me and came in entry level, I felt like, wow, that's exactly what I'm looking for. And then of course, the second part is I love helping people. So I got so much gratitude out of seeing others succeed. And that was something I didn't even anticipate. I had no idea that I'd be able to help others find success. And once I saw that, it was almost like this secondary excitement that I didn't know was even a part of the business. So my first year as an owner was really a big slap in the face of reality. I think whenever we go on a journey, especially for a career, the way we envision it is that each year just gets better and better. We all believe that. And that's just kind of a thought that's not very unrealistic, obviously, now. And so my 6th, 7th month in my first year of running my own company, I experienced some tremendous financial hardship. I also found out that my wife was pregnant. Well, I'm gonna need to be able to probably generate a little bit more because I've got a little one on the way. So it was pretty stressful times. All of these things that I was struggling with, my decision making, some of my procedural decisions, they were all fixable. And so I kind of went back to the basics in terms of getting out of it. I went back to the marketing and sales side, the field side, and just really started going back to where I started. I went back to just doing and taking more action. It took a little bit of time, was able to come out of that through just going back to my roots of being hands-on with the marketing and sales myself, putting in a little bit extra time, extra hours that I wasn't doing before, and that helped me slowly but surely kind of come out of that funk. So I am girl dad to the max. I have 3. I think there's some things that running your own company helps you with parenting, and then other things that it hurts, right? So for example, it helped me initially with my patience, right? For maybe not understanding things or things going exactly my way, because that's what learning how to be an entrepreneur is all about, is learning how to still manage and stay focused on something when it's not going exactly the way you expected. But at the same point in time, there was things that also hurt me, with me feeling like, well, if I just keep doing something, eventually it'll figure it out. But with my kids, I found out that, listen, sometimes you can't control their mood. I just try to now ask them what they need, right? And, it's kind of funny. That's kind of what you do with clients, right? I mean, this business has done so many things for me, but I realized that everything I wanted to accomplish, I had a big enough territory to be able to accomplish that locally. So fortunately for me, I didn't have to move. I was able to stay in Southern California and hit all my goals and be able to build a family here. So I got lucky. I never thought that I'd ever see 7 figures of earnings in an entire year. Not a chance. We're really excited. We bought a home. We bought 2 homes last year, 1 investment property and 1 home for ourselves, which has been amazing because, we always wanted to provide our children with space and opportunities to have friends and families over so we can engage in that community environment and provide that to them. And that's been a dream come true for us. Travel opportunities have been amazing. I have a brother that's much younger than me. He's a big sports fan too, but just an example of something we were able to do. And it can seem like to some people a small thing, but to me it was really big. He was able to come out to California, and we wanted to go, see a game. This is when, R.I.P. the late great Kobe Bryant was still playing, and they were playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, which LeBron James was his favorite player at the time, and he didn't play. He sat out. It was a healthy scratch. We had already spent the money on tickets to watch them play, and he didn't play. And he was really young at the time, and he was breaking down. He was crying because he was flying from the Midwest, and we were able to finance really good tickets for the very, very next day. And just to be able to see the look on his face and be able to see him at the game, watching some of his favorite players, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, for me, that was a moment where, I really was excited because I felt like, man, that's why I did all the hard stuff. I took a lot of no's with the sales so that he didn't have to take that no at the time. And it was an amazing experience and just a big eye opener for me for why I kind of stuck through it when things were really, really tough early on. Yeah, I think there's a few contributing factors to success or lack thereof success. I think sometimes it starts with expectations and really identifying what you want versus what you're going to have to do to acquire what it is that you want. I mean, a lot of us want to have a six-pack and be in great shape, but if that requires me to wake up at 5 a.m. before I got to take the kid to school, I do it for a couple days and realize I don't want a six-pack that bad. And I think that's what happens on people's journey is the idea of making 6 and 7 figures is everybody loves the idea, but then do you also love the fact that you got to work Saturday and Sunday? Do you also love the fact that you might have to miss some birthdays and you might have to miss some holidays with family, right? So do you like it bad enough to sacrifice those things, right? So there is a little bit of a pay now to be lazy later sort of approach, which I actually preferred, right? Because the one thing I didn't want to have to do is work for 40, 50 years because I had to. So this business I loved because it gave that opportunity to advance really quickly and generate the revenue in the career that I was looking for faster. Although at the beginning there was a lot more upfront work, time, and sacrifice. And we all have this linear idea of our career. And so it's just inspiring to hear people's stories. It really shows you the fortitude that they had to have, which really ultimately is the key, right? If we draw a graph and it goes up and down like a career, right? Even though it's still up and to the right, most of the people leave that career at the bottom of that graph. And to hear people's stories when they're at that bottom, COVID, right? All the things that happened to so many ICDs, and to see them basically come from nothing and rebound, that's what really shows you what it takes to be successful in our industry. And again, some people choose to fight through that, and some say, hey, there's another path I'd like to go, but I chose to keep moving.